Hey YouTube, Custom Edgeworks here with another knife review on probably my latest and greatest addition to my collection. Got a really good deal on this. I've been really wanting this blade for a long time now, and it just kind of worked out. I was able to do some knife customizations and a trade to get this knife. It was a friend of mine, and it just worked out. I've been wanting this thing forever. This is the Zero Tolerance 777. I guess you could say version 2. I believe it's the KnifeWorks exclusive. And the only difference between this one and the other ones that are out there is that it doesn't have a composite blade. And what I mean by that is the other one has this top half here with the blood groove is a Damascus. I think they call it a herringbone Damascus steel. And then I think they took copper like they do with a lot of different composite blades and they fuse it together with what was I think it was a Vanax. They only had one at the time, or have one now, Vanax 35 I think. Good blade steel. I don't think it's as good as M390, which this is. And also, those composite blade ones seem to have a lot of problems. I even heard some horror stories. I didn't hear about this frequently happening, but I heard about the blade, two different blade steels separating. And as expensive as the knife is, and rare, and as collectible as it is, I would freak out if it came apart like that. I'd be ready to kick a puppy or something like that. I'd be very unhappy. So I'm actually really glad that I got this version instead, because I'm crazy and I'll probably actually EDC this and carry it and use it. Not hard, but I'll use it because it's just too awesome to not use. But take a look at this beauty. She is gorgeous. Really good review done by Jim Skelton. He really summed up a lot. I agree with some of the things he said about it being of custom quality, and if you're able to get it at a good price, feel lucky because it's worth $1,000, which I've seen it sell for much more than that actually on eBay and other places in the forums. Highly sought after knife, so supply and demand. They didn't make a bunch of these and people want them. They're gorgeous. I mean, if you take a look at that carbon fiber, all the milling and contouring, and it's a really high-end carbon fiber. It looks really nice, really good feel, and very thin footprint. Very thin knife, which explains for its size why it's so extremely light. You have almost a 4-inch blade. I think it's 3.8-inch blade, and it's only 4.5 ounces in weight. Really lightweight. Again, for its size, really lightweight. And you have what appears to be like a proprietary pivot pin, like a lot of customs do, except it isn't. It's a Torx, which hell I like better. I'd rather be able to use a common tool to disassemble even the fanciest of my knives. But it looks its part, and it looks nice, I think. Yes, some good jimping here. It does the job. It's a little bit mild, but it works. Love the grind, the design on this blade. It's got a stonewash finish. It almost looks to me like it was bead blasted and then stonewashed. I hope I'm wrong, because I think bead blasting steel's like some of the worst things you can do to it. And all the zero tolerance crap. I tend to put all sorts of stuff on there. Serial number, I mean, I feel like a lot of this could be put elsewhere. But model number 0777 and the blade steel M390. Oh yeah, love that stuff. Love the blade design. Looks so cool. Kind of got an organic curvature towards the end there. I don't know if it actually recurves there. I actually hope not, because they're harder to sharpen. But comes with a decent edge on it from the manufacturer. I'm going to put a crazy sharp edge on there and then show you some paper cutting tests. Excuse me. Onto the back. It's a frame lock. I guess I forget the name of the actual lock. It's, I don't think it's technically a frame lock because it's a separate piece here that connects on the inside. I'm sure somebody will put it in the comments or what it actually is called. But I'm going to call it a frame lock. And this is titanium. Pocket clip is titanium. Not one of your springy, cheap pocket clips either. It's really nice. And I like how it's not super long either. I don't like a real long pocket clip. This is all you need. And look at that. Look how deep you can carry that. That's right. You don't have to worry about this beautiful knife. This work of art, if you ask me. You don't have to worry about it falling out. So that's good. It carries deep in the pocket. Kind of a modified flow-through design, which I like. That backspacer is awesome, which I believe is also titanium. Very unique. And a very solid lockup. Nice and early. Could be a little earlier, but I'm not that picky. This is nice. What's nicer is, this is great. I was talking about this in another review. I almost won't buy a titanium to steel lockup contact anymore. And this has steel to steel. And not only does it have steel to steel, but it is adjustable. And what that means to me is I can kick that up a little bit and raise it, and it's just going to make the lockup all the more earlier. Like something more like that, if you wanted that sort of thing. Or if it starts walking its way over time, you raise it up a little bit, and then all of a sudden your lockup's a little earlier again, which is nice. Also, you can replace it, assuming you can find the part. Skeletonized here. They just really did a lot, put a lot of thought into this and made it really, really lightweight. And it feels great in the hand. A little thin, but very nice. And as I was showing in another review, it is silky smooth. Great detent. Super fast deployment. Very smooth. I agree that it's worth $1,000 because of the materials, the fit and the finish and craftsmanship involved into it, the rarity, the collectability. I agree it's worth that much. I don't think I could have ever found myself spending that much personally, but other people doing it, it doesn't really shock me. I think it makes sense. It's that nice of a knife. And all the more reason to praise it because it's a production knife. You just don't see this quality on many, if any, production knives. No blade play, of course. Fit and finish is amazing. Gotta love it. Just love how it flows too. You got this line that goes right into the transitions right into the blade there. It's really beautiful. Somebody else in another review pointed out something that was really a valid point, I think. That stop pin is a little small. Let's see if I can get this to focus. A little bit small. And I probably wouldn't care about that, because it's steel, it's strong. It's hardened steel, actually. But it's just set right in carbon fiber. And carbon fiber isn't the weakest stuff in the world either, but that is where all of the cutting resistance going upward will be transitioned and transferred right there on that pivot pin. So I would like to believe it's an extremely durable knife that, although so pretty and rare that you wouldn't want to put it into heavy use, I'd like to believe that you could if you really wanted to. And I probably wouldn't hesitate to do it if I had to. So there you have it, my ZT 777. I guess you could say limited run through Knife Works. They sell them on eBay, so if you can find a good deal, most of the deals I'm seeing range anywhere between $800 and $1,500. So be willing to spend a lot. An alternative, this year 2014, SHOT Show was doing a demonstration in their booth on a lot of different ZT knives that they're coming out with, and quite a few of them had similar blade designs and overall designs similar to this. Not anywhere near as extravagant, but very cool, very close. Excuse me. There's one that's got the similar blade design. I think it has Elmax steel, so, but it had like this proprietary looking pivot pin, had carbon fiber, not shaped or molded or anything, but carbon fiber handle, and I think it was a liner lock. So all those things really drew me to it, and then I found out it was assisted opening. And I don't have a huge problem with that at all. In some cases I really like it, but I don't know what it is. I think it's just kind of deterring me, because ZT's coming out. Keep your eyes open if you haven't seen anything. They're coming out with some really cool stuff. So's Kershaw this year. And I'm usually, just to be honest, I'm into all different categories of knives as far as quality or expense goes. But I usually lean more towards Benchmade or Spyderco for production. And Kershaw has quite a few exceptions over the years that are just the value that you get. The cost to value ratio is just astounding. And they have quite a few knives like that coming out this year that I already have pre-ordered. They're pretty amazing. I'm really excited to see them. And the same goes for Zero Tolerance. They have a lot of really cool stuff going on. New grinds, they call like a slasher grind. They're using awesome materials, and on some of them they're getting rid of that Elmax and they're using M390 again, an outstanding steel. And the designs just look great on them, so keep your eyes open. It's some cool stuff coming. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the review. Post any questions or comments you have in the on the video. I'd love to hear it. And thanks for watching. Take care.